Hey there, welcome in, my name's Josh, and today I want to talk about sleep. So I made a video called, steps how to be a morning person. That's fine, that's great. I'm not like saying anything that's untrue of things that I've said in there, but I just wanted to share about something that I've learned about sleep that really has helped me be a lot happier, and that's get more of it. And so my sleep journey, which is a weird thing to say, but it's like, okay, so when I very first started trying to go ham with art and making a game and like doing all this stuff, I mentioned this before, I'd come home from work at like 11 or midnight and I'd wake up at 4:30 in the morning and I'm gonna practice, I'm gonna be so disciplined, it's gonna be great. And like on paper, like at 3 in the afternoon, that sounds like, all right, cool, okay, go for it, power to you, oh my gosh, wow, he's so disciplined. But it's like, I was so miserable. It was terrible. I was so miserable. And then in the video, I said before, like, make sure you get 6 to 8 hours. Like, okay, fine. I'll do 6 hours. So then I'll do, midnight, to 6. And, that worked too, but it still, like, sucked. So then I got tired of waking up at 6. I was like, well, maybe I'll wake up at 7. So then I did, like, midnight, to 7. And then that's still, like, that helped, and I liked that. But I felt like that, I was still a little tired, and my litmus test for this was because for the longest time, this is brand new by this is a hot take. I learned this like yesterday. So I thought that 7 hours was like my new like go-to, like this is fine, this is cool. So I got my 7 hours from midnight to 7, and I felt pretty cool about that. But then, it's like 3 in the afternoon, 4 in the afternoon, and waifu and I are just chilling, on the couch, like watching TV or just talking or whatever, and I straight up like fell asleep, like out like a light, just like gone, just like comically gone. My wife was talking to me, she looks at me, I was like, I'm instantly asleep, just like totally out of it. And then she records me snoring because that's what she does. And I wake up, I was like, oh my gosh, did I fall asleep? And she was like, yeah, you fell asleep, and I just let you sleep for like, I forgot however long. And I was like, what the heck? That's so weird. No, let's get up. It's like, let's do this. It's like 4 in the afternoon. Like, and I instantly fell asleep. Like, what the heck? So then I went and I did things. And then we were watching TV later that night. And then we both fell asleep for like 2 hours. 2 hours! Like from like 7 to 9 o'clock. And I was like, what does this say about me? And it just really got me thinking, because I wouldn't say that, oh, like I'm really tired all the time, I'm really stressed all the time. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of stressed all the time, but I wouldn't, like, tired isn't a word that I would use to describe myself, and I feel like that most people don't. I mean, like, you could say, yeah, you're tired, you're exhausted, like, sometimes, but like, I don't know, I didn't really get that, I didn't think that. But it concerned me that I fell asleep instantly, and it made me think about the whole, like, everything that I wanted to do. So something that I really wanted to do is I want to work out right when I get up, because working out kind of sucks, at least for me right now. Like, I don't enjoy it, and I always find a million reasons to not do it. But it's like, if I can work out first thing in the morning, then I can do it, and I can meet my fitness goals, and positive momentum for the whole day, everything I talked about in a video called Why Artists Should Work Out. But when I would wake up at 6 to try to work out, or wake up at 5 to try to work out, or whatever, it was just like the pits. It wasn't very fun. But like, I had this thought of like, if I went to sleep from 11 to 7, and I woke up at 7, I really wouldn't mind working out. Like, honestly, like, that wouldn't be that bad, because I like waking up at 7 because it's before 8. After 8 o'clock in my mind is like, the day's half gone, like, it's over, like, what are you doing? Like, you would have had to, like, party really hard the night before to justify sleeping in past 8 o'clock. That's just me. Maybe that's weird. So 7 o'clock is like prime time for me, where it's like, it feels like, that's like the best case scenario. I'm not waking up early, but I'm waking up in time to be like productive and have a full day. That's what 7 o'clock means to me. So the thought of being able to go to bed at 11, which is still pretty late, and I wake up at 7 and work out was like, that's amazing. But like, while that thought made me really excited, it also made me like anxious, because it's like, oh, you could be working harder, you could be waking up sooner, you don't really need 8 hours, like, and it's like, where is this coming from? Where is this pressure coming from that I shouldn't get 8 hours of sleep? Like, where do I hear that? And for me, it's like, I realized that it was my like own like internal critic, my own idea of what I thought productivity and like what a good person should do. And it's like, it reminded me of a Twitter post that I saw, which is weird because it's Twitter and things normally don't stick there, but this stuck with me. And this Twitter post was this guy got like a bunch of retweets and likes and everything else. He was like, yeah, like the 3 most undervalued things in society are 8 hours of sleep, a healthy diet, and consistent exercise. And I was like, that is so true. We all know that we should do those things, but for whatever reason, we all justify not doing one of them or two of them or all of them. And it's like, but we all know that we should, so like, why don't we? And I feel like that at least for the sleep, it's the fear that if we sleep, we're going to fall behind. And I get that, but now that just plays into, you know, other videos and topics that I've talked about. I mean, it's okay to be where you're at. Don't burn yourself out. Go at your own pace. You'll get there when you get there. But it's like, it's this fear of falling behind or of not doing enough that I feel like that I feel a lot. That it's like, that makes me not want to take care of myself. You know, like, oh, I'll eat fast food because I don't have time to make a healthy meal. Or, oh, I won't work out because I need to work on my project more. And that's more important in the long run to me. Or, you know, I'll get less hours of sleep so that I can stay up and work more. And it's like, I'm like sacrificing so much to try to achieve some results. I don't want to say arbitrary results because it is meaningful. They do have good use and there is benefit in being productive and getting things done, but it's like at the cost of your health, at the cost of your joy, at the cost of dreading waking up every morning. Like, man, I like waking up and getting 8 hours of sleep makes me really happy. Like I really like having 8 hours of sleep. But even now, my internal critic is like, yeah, that just means you're weak. Somebody else can do 6 and feel happy too. And it's like, can they though? Like, I don't mean to, like, I know people have different, you know, there's some people, like, there's the superhumans who can get like 4 hours of sleep or whatever and be totally fine, or, you know, it's like, but it's hard to tell, especially when people say things. People have egos. And when somebody says, oh yeah, I get 5 hours of sleep and feel fine every day, it's like, do you though? Like, it's not your place to say that they're lying because you don't know for sure and they very well could be fine. And then that's just your jealousy trying to, you know, be like, yeah, well, I need 8, you know? And it's like, the other day I realized, like, you know what? Even if it's true that a bunch of other people get 6 hours done, right? And they feel just as good with me on 8, right? Let's say hypothetically that's true. That shouldn't bother me. But it does, because it's like, it bothers so many people because it's like, well, that makes you feel weak. That makes you feel less than. That makes you feel like that you're not as good as them because how long it takes you to have 8 hours of sleep and how good that makes you feel, they can get that on 6, so therefore they're better. Therefore they're gonna get farther in life. Therefore they're going to have more success. Therefore, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's cancer, dude. That's not true. Even if it is true that they feel just as good as you do on 8 hours, on 5 hours, on 3 hours, or if they're one of the super special people who do it on 4 hours, like those crazy celebrities or whatever that you read articles about, right? Like, even if they do that, and they genuinely, authentically, they're not lying, they're not bragging, they're not like hiding it, and they actually feel that good, then good for them. And don't compare yourself to them, and you get your freaking 8 hours of sleep and you feel good, and that's fine. But that's really hard to do. That's really hard to do, especially if you have ambition and if you're competitive. And I'm very much both of those things. So this Thoughtful Thursday is just to share my realization that it's okay to get 8 hours of sleep. It's okay to eat healthy. It's okay to have consistent exercise, and the benefit that that has on your life is going to be more than you think it is, because we automatically kind of downgrade those, you know, I feel like, as a society, at least in America, we really do. But then at the same time, everybody wants that. I was like, oh, I would just sleep all day if I had a day off, or, oh, I want to have an amazing body, you know, or like, whatever. We all say we want these things, but then we just don't value them. We don't do it because we're so stressed and afraid of falling behind. And you know, once I realized that that's what my root fear was, and I realized that that was really kind of dumb, because I'm me and you're not, and you're you and I'm not you, and comparing ourselves is like apples to oranges because our lives are so different and everything is so different. If I'm okay with being me and being on my own track of life and not comparing my life to somebody else's life, and that I can just be happy by sleeping, why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't I sleep? So take care of yourself and you'll do the things that you're really stressed about doing. You'll be able to do them easier and better. So sleep. It's okay to sleep. It's okay to rest. Just chill out. And going through my videos, that's what I say in like 90% of my videos. And that's because that's what I'm learning. I've been learning over the past 2 years that it's okay to chill out and to rest and to sleep and you can still get a lot done. And you don't have to be miserable, you don't have to kill yourself, you don't have to do all the things that you hate. Just take care of yourself when you have more energy to do the things you actually want to do, and you'll be happier for it. So thanks again for watching. Take care of yourself, sleep, relax, you're exactly where you need to be, and I'll see all of you next week.